After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Okay, Mom.
Maybe when she, tomorrow.
Okay, so I think we can move over a little.
You think what?
I think we can move over a little.
Okay, good, because the toys are kind of smushed on there, and
We need to find some.
they look really good, though. Okay, let's go ahead and move.
Hold on.
He's going to move the Holy Family down a little bit. And Davina's jewelry, because Davina's jewelry can be like right in front.
Well,
Let's flip.
I wanted to set these out. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, you're right. We should. And also, I think that since the Holy Family is down this way, we should kind of move Dad's holy cards like this, and the toy, the stuff with the podcast and the business cards, yeah, like that, right near the toys. Well, maybe let me just leave the toys kind of smushed and put Davina's jewelry out because she doesn't have any space. Because I can reposition the toys a little bit. Hopefully, they'll get thinned out.
If she has any single ones, because it looks like
I'm gonna go switch up for tomorrow.
She made a lot of jewelry.
she did. She forgot to give us the bags.
Oh. Well, let's remember to bring them for next time. Unless you want me to run home and get them.
No, it's eat time.
Yeah. Eat, sleep, all unnecessary things. You think that's enough footage?
Whatever you think, sweetheart.
I don't know. I really don't know what our end goal is with this. Looking good. Okay, that's gonna be it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast.
You forgot the...
No, I didn't want to,
Oh, okay.
because we never do it at the beginning.
We
did it last time, but that's why I was confused.
Okay.
Take two. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast.
You know I'm not gonna
episode
cut off that.
235. I don't expect you to, and I'm not going to start that over again. It is Monday, November 28th, 2016. It is the usual time as we are recording. And we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us here in the PHN Fun Woman Cave. My notes just went out. That's why I was looking kind of funny. Okay.
I've done some repositioning with the camera, so hopefully it's not quite as high, so it's more at our eye level. And
And it's a little closer.
and it's a little closer, so hopefully a little bit more like your normal experience.
Right.
Um,
So, we do want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you with us. If you are brand new and in the shadows, please feel free to hit the submit button in the YouTube, if that's where you're watching us, or both maybe, join us in the Ravelry group officially so that you can be eligible for prizes and giveaways and such. We'd love to have you there officially. And we do welcome our returning members who come back and our long-suffering members with our trial and error. So thank you for being with us. We hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Those of you in the States who celebrated, if you do not celebrate Thanksgiving, we hope you had a wonderful weekend. The Halloween, right into alongs, is that okay?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. The
Oh, actually, hold on. No new baby hat news, except that we hope to drop off some stuff to the pregnancy center on Wednesday. I do have some news on the toy donation front.
oh right.
I received, sorry, my notes are off to the side, an email from not the hospital in my town since we don't have a pediatric floor. Sorry for the graveliness. I'm running low on allergy medicine. I skipped today. So, I heard back from the hospital in the bigger town next to us. And they said that someone would get back to me about possibly giving toys to pediatric patients.
Right.
So I will keep you guys updated on that.
Yay. That's great. Okay, the Halloween Fall Along, sponsored by Crocheting Whovian, who is Laura Concert, is running September 1st till November 30th, so you have a couple more days to slide something in if you see this before the 30th. Knitted or crocheted projects can have been started any time, but have to have been worked on during the CAL. Featured pattern is Bruce the Bat by Taya, which is very nice of Laura
Yes,
to
it
do.
is.
Thank you. And that gets 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. Okay, and she has the information about making a project page and all that, and the hashtag for Instagram and such on her Ravelry group. You do need to be a member of her group to participate, which is only right.
Yes.
And it's a wonderful podcast, so you might want to go ahead and do that. And right now it's still being called the Whovian Yarn Allegiance, though she is thinking about changing the name of that. Our toy along is still running strong. We are almost completely finished with month 2 out of 3, so we have until the end of December. It started October 1st and goes to December 31st. All knitted, crocheted, or loom knitted crocheted toys are eligible.
Loom knitted crocheted?
Loom knitted crocheted, did I say that?
You so did.
I did. Loom knitted toy patterns. So your knitted, crocheted, and loom knitted toy patterns will be accepted into the toy along. Again, they do not have to be started during that time period.
Basically, if it's a toy and it's made with yarn, you're okay.
We didn't say weaving. That would be
Can you
part of-
weave toys?
You'd have to weave it and then sew it.
Yeah.
Anyway, ask if you're unsure. But we love it when people ask, so that's not a problem. How's that?
How's that? Yeah. I was thinking Jimmy Stewart.
Reference. Okay. What was I saying?
I don't know. I wasn't listening to you.
Well, you always derail me. Okay, we said how long it runs. Knitted, crocheted, hand loom knitted toys. Oh, our co-hosts are Victorian Studio, who is Maureen. She's very sweet and very talented, Maureen, and the very sweet and talented Kim. Maureen has the Victorian Studio podcast, and Kim has the Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn podcast. They are both wonderful to watch, and Kim has an Etsy shop as well. So I think it's called Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn. I think that's because she switched everything over to that, right? For her.
I think so.
It used to be Black Horse Knits, I think, but it's Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn now. Okay, and she does project bags and such. And Maureen did my ball bands and things for my yarn and things for my Etsy shop, so she's very talented as well. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. This, as I said, that date's already, and I'm not going to go through the prizes because I'll do that next week in December, but I do want to do one prize because that came in new. We had an order that we placed, or that Talia placed with Silver Shed, who is the lovely Anne Brody.
That's not it.
No, it's not. And she sent us a surprise because
Anne is awesome.
because she's just made out of awesome. She
This is
sent
so
us,
cute.
I think this is her
Is this
small.
so small?
I think this is her small. Look at this bag. Isn't it awesome?
Oh, look at that.
Look
That's
at
so
that.
cute.
It's so adorable. It's a winter bag, and inside it's got the kind of the. It reminds me of like snowballs. Snowballs is what it reminds me of. It's absolutely perfect. And she said, "Here's one for your listeners." And thank you very much, Anne, for all your support of the PHN podcast. We appreciate it. Her bags are amazing.
We forgot to talk about what's in our mug.
We did. We can do that now.
What's in your mug?
This is so nice of Anne.
It is so nice. I love the fabric.
I do too. It's awesome. Okay.
So, mug, what is in?
I have, just a second, I'm losing something here. In my Avengers mug, I have chai tea. I was going to have hot chocolate, but I decided to have chai tea. You are not letting them hear me, you rude thing.
So it's chai tea. Anyone shocked?
I said that.
No one's shocked. One of these days I'm going to get her to drink something that's not chai tea on the podcast. And I don't mean just a sip of my Plum Deluxe.
I I almost did
I feel
say
like my voice is very gravelly today.
it's a very gunky day today.
Yeah. So I am drinking in my Justice League plus Robin mug. My Plum Deluxe tea, the Oregon Breakfast Black Tea. And I think that does pick up.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Still getting used to the distances.
Because if we're any more distance, you'll be like right up against.
Well,
it.
you would actually cut off top of our heads, and that's even with me at the farthest
zoom out.
zooming out.
Yeah.
So this is the sweet spot. So that's Oregon Breakfast Tea. Just also want to do a shout out in the general direction of my Aunt Lucia,
Oh,
who
yes.
apparently watches, and I
My
didn't know
sister.
until over Thanksgiving when I was talking to her on the phone.
Yes.
So if you catch this episode,
Hi.
hi. Who waves with their left hand? There.
I do. Hi. Apparently.
Well, you're weird.
All those lefties out there, I didn't say it. She did.
I'm not discriminating against lefties.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm
You heard
totally
it.
discriminating against
She's
lefties.
discriminating against her sister and everything. Because Davina is a lefty. Okay.
Sinister. I think
Sinistra's not a left-hander.
no. But in Latin, like
Yeah, yeah.
OS, it's left eye, I believe.
I remember reading something like that.
I can't. But it's the reason is because they used to think that left-handers were sinister.
Okay, back to the Cal. We do allow double dipping in each of the groups that are involved, and any other group that will allow double dipping, but you must be a member of those groups because it's just fair.
Yes.
Please do feel free to tell people about the toy along. We love to have as many people as possible taking part. I mean, you're making pretty toys. They're cute and adorable, and people love to receive them.
Sorry if we're not all caught up. Thanksgiving weekend was a bit
Oh, it was
busy.
horrendous. It was crazy busy.
I probably averaged about 2 to 4 hours of sleep.
And I don't think I was on the computer more than an hour, maybe 2 hours the whole weekend. So
Yeah,
that's,
from about
yeah. And
Thir-
most of that was from the Holy Family Institute.
yeah, it was like Thursday night I managed to get sleep, but I was up for a long time. Or Thursday night, Thanksgiving I was up for a long period of time. But I
Right.
got no sleep. Then Friday I got about 3 or 4 hours of sleep, probably closer to 3.
And my family was here, so
And that's why, because
when-
I wanted to be able to see them.
when they were here, we were obviously not on the computers. We were
And
doing
then
things.
we had the craft fair,
Yeah, the
which
craft
did not
fair,
equal
yeah.
much sleep.
No,
For me.
the craft fair was like, let's see, about what, 4 hours on Saturday night and
8 hours
on
on
Sunday. So it was a long couple of days. Okay, moving along here. Oh, we do have featured patterns for the toy along. Any finished Franciscan gypsy design toy pattern, the Crocheting Hoovians Hufflepuff, the Pillow Monster, and Miss World's Me to You Bear, which is the Tatty Teddy, either size, those are eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only. Just remember to post it twice, the finished object, so that we know that you have 2 times in there, because I don't always remember, and our moderators are fantastic, but they don't always remember either because they're busy too.
Right.
So
And
we do our
also,
best.
part of it is if you want to get the prize, get us another chance at the prize, it behooves you to remember.
Behooves.
Oh, I had the director of our nursing class used to always say, it behooves you to do blankety blank. That was like her,
I used to love saying that. Behooves.
that was her go-to
Behooves.
statement.
Okay. All right. And we have the project page. Please try to remember to put PHN Toy 2016. And for the Instagram, it's hashtag PHN Toy 2016. We're horrible at remembering that, but we like it when you do it. Do as we ask and not as we do. Because we're not very good at setting an example for that.
Sorry for the use of tissue on camera. This screen catches more, so it's harder for me to go off camera to
Right.
use my tissue.
I want to thank everybody who did donate, Ann and everybody else. We will go through them more thoroughly next week when we go into December. We'd like to show you every month what it is you will be winning, but we don't want to do it every week because it draws out the podcast too much. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Let me check my notes. So they actually went bye-byes.
She's getting into Fort Knox over there.
Well, no, that's all. It'd be on to the projects.
Okay, so how many do you have?
Let's see. I have 7.
7. You can go first this time. I actually have more done than I thought I would have gotten done, given everything that was going on. But
okay, so the first one, it's just that I got a little bit of work done on the mitered square. This is Kay's Fault mitered square blankets using scrap sport DK and worsted weight yarns.
and she's glad to take responsibility for that.
Yes,
said
she is.
so.
She said so. She accepts
She accepts that gladly.
the blame. So it is growing. It's way past my wingspan. It's a queen size bed. It could actually cover my bed.
It's beautiful.
And it's based off of the method that Kay did in the patrons tutorial videos.
Right.
So there it is.
And it's all different kinds of colorways.
It is. It's fun.
Happy, happy, joy, joy shawl. What needle size?
It's not a shawl.
Yes. What needle size are you doing?
I think I'm using 6s.
I thought you never listened to me.
Say what?
Okay, my first one is in my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn little sock size. I think a little bigger maybe than a sock size bag. Isn't that pretty? And this I won from Heidi a couple years ago for her knit spin die.
Is that you said me and my dog and some yarn?
Yeah. But the yarn is Heidi's Vampire yarn in the Violently Happy Accident colorway, and it's the Violently Happy shawl. I'm using US 8s. And these are, I'm in the middle of a row because I had to stop during the craft fair.
She kept trying to pull it in.
Well, I would put it down, and you know how you sometimes just, like you look at something and it doesn't look right?
Nope.
And you know, yes,
I
you
never
do.
have that happen.
No, she just does all the time. Okay, so you can't really see. I did a lot on this. I worked on this all day Sunday. So you can't really see on here, but you can see how much the skein has
Shrunk.
it's about half the size as that it was. So I'm looking forward to this being finished. Let me have it. So I'm enjoying this. I love working with this yarn. It's one of Heidi's softer yarns. It's just really, really nice to work with. And this is going to stay with me.
I don't think I've worked that base yet.
The Vampire?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I worked the old vampire base.
Yeah, I didn't like the old Vampire base as much as the Vampire. The Vampire. Although I think the Vampire base might have had some nylon in it, so it might have been a little stronger.
I can't recall.
But this is something you really want to wear against your skin.
Davina was wearing her socks. I had, when I knit my socks out of the vampire base, I hadn't done the measurement quite right. It would fit Davina better than they did me, so she has those socks, and she was wearing those the other day. She seemed
Right.
to like them.
Yes. I wore the Hexen Beast socks all day yesterday. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, Sunday. Because I wanted to make sure my feet stayed warm because it was so cold in the church. Your turn.
Okay, so. Alrighty. Crick my neck. So, next in my Plover Bird. Oh, I changed bags again. I changed back to the bag it was in. Because, okay, here's why. I had moved it to the Plover Bird Batman stained glass bag for the Fiber Festival. I was going to leave, not Fiber Festival, the craft fair, and I was going to leave it there. But I also tend to work on this while I'm on the exercise machine.
Right.
And that Batman bag doesn't fit as well in the little, there's a little ledge on the treadmill where I can put a
book or
a
whatever.
book. No, not even the book, because the ledge where you can put the book is fine. It actually has, okay, so you have the area where you can put the book and you have the screen there.
Right.
Then you have the 2 places where you can put a drink
Right.
or your cell phone or something. And then underneath the handles, there's like a little pocket area.
Right.
It's kind of shallow. But this bag fits in it very handily, and I'm able to work on something.
That footily.
Not footily, even though it should fit footily.
The little owls don't have hands; they have feet.
Dad wants me to make gloves. He thinks that they seem really tough. I told him I know how to make gloves, but I just don't like wearing
He's
gloves.
so funny because he wants you to make things, and then he's like, "Yeah, but that's hard."
Well, no, he
It's fiddly.
well he wants to. he thinks that's cool. He wants
Yeah.
to see that
Yeah.
next step. And I explained to him that I've made gloves. I just don't like gloves. I don't even just like making them.
I have your mittens.
Yeah, I think you have my mittens. And I have a pair of gloves I made. I just don't. I like to be able to feel my wheel when I'm driving.
That's why I like my fingerless mitts. For driving.
And I actually don't even wear any kind of gloves ever. I always wear the fingerless mitts.
I'll wear
personal
gloves.
preference.
I'll wear gloves if I'm walking. If it's cold out when I'm walking, because my hands get really cold really fast. So I'll wear the mitts, but I'll wear them over my gloves even,
I have a sneeze.
or
It needs
under
to
my
come.
gloves.
No, it's not gonna come. Okay.
Don't sneeze on my sock.
First sock has been done for a while. Voila.
I like that. Voila, it's voila.
Voila. And this is the Paid in Full, Not Just Born in Boot Socks by Corinne Walcher. And I'm using Miss Babs Yazawada Skin in the colorway Perfectly Reckless. And this got worked on a little bit.
Very nice.
So there we go. Just definitely solidly in the foot area.
Very pretty.
If I focus, I could probably finish it fairly soon. And then Mom would have another pair of socks.
I have to wash the other ones. Okay, again.
I have to wash my socks that I have too.
Where is my bag?
I don't know. Where is your bag?
I had to pull things over. I think it fell. There it is. Okay. In my Kikiboo medium-sized bag, I did a little bit of work on this. This is my Holiday Owl bag. And it's a baby hat. There's another preemie hat. And I did make a little progress from last week. I didn't have this much. Yeah, that's just a lot better now. You can't see the color too well. It's, oh, there, that's better. You can see that it has some blues and purples and lighter blues and kind of a creamy white. And I'm not too far from this being finished, maybe a couple inches or so, 3 inches, something like that. This is easy. I just didn't have the time to do a whole lot on it. I did it when I started hurting a little bit, when I started doing the same project too much. I did this kind of as a palette cleanser before I went on to something else. So that's this. And this is the preemie loom, so it's a chunky yarn, not a yard. Okay, there we go.
So next, well, this is Secret Design in Progress. I only worked on one of them this week. Simply sleep deprivation is not very good for designing genius.
Right.
So, my designs barely got worked on this week.
Much to Little Miss Thing's chagrin.
Yes.
Okay, my next one is in, let's see, where did I put my, I think it's in here. Yes. In my Tortoise versus the Hare Silver Shed USA bag by the very lovely Anne Brody. There's the tortoise, there's the hare, and there's my turtle bunny by Laura Smoot.
Bertle.
Bertle. And here is my bankhead, which got very little done. I think I may have gotten a row done on this, and that's about it. But it did get worked on a little bit, so you are going to see it. And this is Lady Fernico Yarns in the bubblegum colorway. It is a worsted weight, and I'm using US 7s. The bankhead is by Susie Gorley. And yeah, I'll be working on this. Is my third one, so I'll work on that a little bit when I have a little more time.
Okay, next, in my Kikiboo Bags Teacups bag. Where is it? Or did this change bags again? Oh, it did change bags again. Actually in my Nursing Caps on a Dark Field bag. Yes. Is the Color Me Happy project.
I like the yarn for this.
And the pattern is I Heart Harvest Socks by Shelley Stone, and I'm using Cupcake yarns on the Yummy base and the colorway box of crayons. So
Pretty.
there's the yarn. I have socks on the nails for just about everyone else in the house, so I'm now making these for Davina. Because we have the same width of foot. Hers is just a little bit shorter.
All
than
three of
mine.
us have the same width of foot.
Yeah. I just have the longest foot of all of us. Although Mom can wear the same size I can.
I'm not that much smaller than you.
Yeah. I'm on the heel flap.
Is it twisted? I
No.
guess it's just the way the...
It's just the way the fabric is.
Okay.
I'm on the heel
Isn't
flap
that
right
pretty?
now.
It's very pretty. I love the colors. Vino will love those. Does she know they're hers?
She does know they're hers because I had to ask her first, and I didn't want to give her
Right.
a pair of socks and not have her wear them
And those are
because
super
especially especially since it was a yarn I love.
Mm-hmm.
I did not want to give up my pretty socks if she wasn't going to want them.
Right. And if she doesn't wear them, you can always take them back, take out the toe, and lengthen it.
Yeah.
So that's good. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little muted, guys. I'm still recovering from a weekend sand sleep.
This is my Knitting's My Bag, extra large, sweater size, sea turtle bag, which I love. And lovely Lois, Knitting's My Bag. And this has snickerdoodles in it, which is the Brat the Kitten pattern by Franciscan Gypsy. I'm using Lady Furnico Designs yarn in the orange tabby colorway. And I finished the head a while ago. You saw that. And I finished the muzzle this weekend as well. See the little muzzle. And I started the upper body. I'm just going round and round right now. But I had to
Round and
stop
round
because
and
my
round,
thumb
she
was...
says.
Yeah, I had to stop because my thumb was starting to bother me. So I stopped and did something else for a while. But making progress.
Yeah, the craft fair was very good for getting crafting time in.
Yeah, I did. I think I did this whole thing there. I think I finished the muzzle and started this there on Saturday, and then I moved to the loom knit. So I'm having fun with this, and I'm looking forward to having my own little snickerdoodles back because I miss my kitty. I'm not a big pet fan. I love other people's animals, but I love my kitty. Snickerdoodles was adorable. Adorable. There we go. Okay, your turn.
I'm trying to find the edge of my yarn. It got stuck on the bottom somewhere.
The hook I'm using is
There it
a
is.
C hook for worsted weight yarns. That tells you how loose my gauge is.
Yeah.
If you're crocheting, you know how loose my gauge is.
So next is in my Ploverbird TARDIS bigger on the inside bag. It's Lady Cherry Blossom the Turtle, which is Timmy the Timid Turtle pattern by me. I'm using Marigold Jen in the colorway Cherry Blossom, and Knit Picks Bravo works in the colorways Lady Slipper, Celestial, and White.
Pretty.
So the head's been, and the Lady Blossom's been done for a while, and the Celestial makes up the pupils, the nose, and the mouth. That's been done for a while.
Very pretty.
And got quite a bit of work done on the shell. I'm on the straightaway.
So,
So-
such a bright and cheery turtle.
Yes, she is.
Makes somebody very happy.
So I'm very happy with how she's turning out so far. I worked on her a lot on Sunday.
Yeah. You're kind of monogamous on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, if I walked around, I worked on the sock a little bit.
Right. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is in my Turbo Knitter 64 yellow Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse bag, or Mickey and Minnie on a yellow field, as Talia would say. And this has my Harvest Cowl, which is from the Nifty Knitter cowl pattern with pom-poms, or the Imogen cowl pattern. It's by Lion Brand Yarn. And I'm actually almost finished with this. I'm a little stuck right now because it says for me to put this on waste yarn, and I don't know how to do that, so I have to figure that out. It wants me to put this on waste yarn and then sew it down 3 inches.
I bet the girl was right that you just get a needle and just feed it through like you're...
But you have to be careful because if you do that, you end up pulling it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If you...
I don't
well, I guess-
understand how loom knitting works.
I'm wondering if I can just bind this off and then sew it. If you've done this pattern, or if you've done a cowl pattern like this on a loom, could you let me know if you think that just binding this off and then sewing it that way would work as well? Or point me in the right direction to figure out how...
Won't that just close it off?
Well, no, because if you bind it off, it'll make it so that
Okay, yeah, I just wasn't sure for the
yeah, you know, bind it off, and then I could. I'm afraid that if I have it on waste yarn, when I sew it down and take the waste yarn up, it's going to bunch up because it'll be pulling it. So I don't know. I don't know how many loom knitters we have. I know we have a few.
Why don't you look up on YouTube like the one girl
I am going to, but if I don't have time and they know, I would like to, you know, if they can help me out, that would be great. So
There were a couple loom knitters.
yeah, we had a couple loom knitters there, but they were mostly one was doing mittens and the other one did hats and things. But I think this is going to be really pretty. I'm really close to finishing. I just have to figure out what they mean by putting it on waste yarn before sewing it. And I know what, you know, putting waste yarn means. It's just I can't fit it through my head how you would do that, because when I take this off the loom to close up a hat, I do something like that and then I pull it tight. So it doesn't. I don't understand how I'm going to be able to do that and sew without pulling it tight.
I don't know.
So
'Cause I don't.
maybe
work
because
for
it's
the loom.
maybe because it's different yarn than the tail. I don't know. So I will try to figure that out. But I'm enjoying that project. It was a fun project, and I probably will do more than one of those.
So next, in the Silvershed USA nursing caps on a pale field bag. It's okay. There we go. Are the Mike and Sully socks, and the pattern is the classic sock pattern by Melissa Morgan Oaks. And I'm using Undead yarn in the base Spider, and the colorway's Mike and Sully. I don't think I made
pretty.
much progress since
It
the
looks
last time you
pretty.
saw it.
It's a little bit. She's wondering if she's going to hit all the colors. I think you will.
We'll see.
You'll probably have it toward the toe, maybe. You know.
Because this blue is really pretty. I hope I hit it.
Well, you're not going this way, right? You're going this way.
I'm going.
How are you going? Oh, you are going that way. It'll be tight.
Yeah.
It'll be touch and go. Well, how long are the socks? Are they regular size socks?
I think the leg is 8 inches.
So if that's a 400-yard skein or 460 yards, you should be able to hit everything.
Yeah, and I guess I could always just make it a longer leg.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
And these are for me. So.
don't most socks take about 400 yards though? So
Depends on the size of your foot.
well, what I'm saying is that
And this is more than 400 yards, like 460 something.
460 something. You should hit a little bit, even if it's just on the toe.
Yeah.
You know.
So we'll see. I have no idea because I've never worked a sock blank. I might just have to make something a little longer. We'll see.
You'll be able to judge a little bit later.
Yeah.
Better a little bit later. That's gonna be pretty. Always
So-
love that colorway of hers.
And I'm just happy I'm able to work something in it.
Right. Alright.
Haven't worked on much this week, but I was trying to work on specific other projects.
Okay. In my Tootsie Pops Owl bag, this is another Silvershed USA bag that Davina got me for Christmas last year. And this is her large, I think. And this tag is by Maureen from Victorian Studio, the little polar bear that she designed. I don't know if you can see it,
You can see it.
but is my Serenity project from the Striped Rib Scarf pattern by Lion Brand Yarns. And I'm using an H hook, and this is Lady Fernico Creations yarn. This is one of my very, very first hand-dyed yarns. This is Kool-Aid dyed. And I think I only did a row or a row and a half on this because I was really busy this week. But this is the front. Well, there really is no. You can see the ridges,
Oh, yeah, you can.
and it is starting to variegate a little bit. You can see some of the variegation in it. So this is fun. I think I'm probably about 1/8 of the way through it, or maybe a little more. Brittany, you should totally do this. It's really fun and it's addictive. She was thinking about doing this. It'd be a
You
nice
should.
gift. It'd be a nice gift for somebody. I think the pattern is free because I don't think I paid for it. So
That would be what happens if you didn't pay for it, unless you stole it.
I do not do such. And I have 2 skeins of this because it takes a fair amount of yarn. I think it takes. I'm going to be pushing it with the yarn because I think it takes like 30 yards more than I have, so I might skip a row or 2.
Right.
But it'll just be a little bit more narrow, and I'll use all my yarn.
Yeah.
So that's good. No waste.
Nope. Okay, so, and also you don't mind a cowl being thinner. You don't really like the super.
Well, it's gonna be. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a cowl or scarf yet.
Okay, so my final project. I'm actually kind of excited about this one. Not that I'm not excited about the other ones. I have never been able to figure out exactly what to make for my dad because, as you guys know, as knitters, crocheters, crafters, your love language is your craft. You don't craft for just anybody. Which is why a lot of times the question when people are like, well, will you make me this? Well, no. Because unless I really want to, it's not going to have the same love to it. When you spend...
You're more likely to get a surprise from us than
Yes.
you are to say, I would like to buy this from you, or could you make me this? And I mean, in general.
Yeah,
Because we like to surprise people. That's the way we do it.
yeah, it's we don't want our craft to become a work.
Right.
But when we decide that we want to show someone that we love them, a lot of times we'll want to make them something. And my dad's a bit hard. He doesn't want any sweaters or anything like that. But he's always been very vocal on how much he likes my socks. Now, I didn't think he would actually sit still and let me measure his feet.
I wish I could have seen that. That would have been a great picture.
He did, though. And I have cast on the classic sock pattern by Melissa Morgan Oakes. And these socks are called Dad's First Socks. I'm not very far along, not because I'm not enjoying the yarn, but because I'm not enjoying these needles. These are the Chai-Gu needles with a bend in them.
All right.
I actually ordered more Chai-Gu needles that don't have a bend, because this bend is driving me insane.
What size are those needles?
Ones.
I might pick them up. I might pay you for them, and then we
Oh,
can...
yeah, please just take them off my hands.
Because I don't know if I like them or not, but I don't want to buy ones or twos until I'm certain that I'm going to use the size.
The part of the problem for me is not the fact of the bend. What the bend is doing to my magic looping is it's twisting my cable, so I can't tell which part of the sock I'm on because I'm doing it two at the time. It's really confusing. If I just had one full project, it probably wouldn't be a problem. But because I'm doing two at a time socks, it's confusing me. It'll twist my other sock upside down.
And I've heard people say that they don't particularly care for the Chai-Gu red lace for magic looping.
I don't mind it for magic looping. Actually, that's working quite fine.
Oh, is it?
The only problem I'm having is this bend is twisting my second sock, so I can't tell. I really have to pay attention.
Because we love the Chai-Gu red lace. I actually got rid of some Chai-Gus that were bent like that, but the cable wasn't good. I didn't like the cable. It wasn't a red cable. It was a clear cable, and I didn't like the cable. I think I might be able to put up with the bend.
Yeah, the bend it's only a problem because I'm doing two at a time socks.
Yeah. Because
See,
if I magic loop a hat on that, it'll only be one.
No,
project.
it'll only be one project.
Yeah.
It won't make a difference.
Right.
The big problem for me, like I said, is because I'm doing two socks, it's flipping my second sock upside down, and I can't. It's confusing me, even though I can usually work it out right away.
Right.
And I am using the Yankee Dyer. This is actually the only sock blank I saw on there. But I was basically looking for a non-crazy sock blank because I wanted to work two at a time socks for Dad because his feet are going to be a bit wider and a bit longer than ours. And his feet are nowhere like Dan Jones.
What's on your feet?
So there we go. And
Because he's a big guy. Dan's a tall guy.
yeah, Dad's tall too.
Dad's tall, but he's not
as
overly tall. He's only about 6'1". I think Dan's like 6'4", 6'5".
So,
Isn't that pretty?
and Dad was very. He actually seemed like he liked the color.
He's not a big fan of crazy.
Yeah,
He likes solids and semi-solids.
I was a little concerned, but he was already thinking about what he could wear with it. He was like, "Oh, I have a purple shirt I could wear with that." I was like, "Okay, he's actually into this."
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
So I'm excited about that.
Okay. Let's see here. And on that same note, of people who don't like to ask, he's been asking me for something as well. So this hasn't gotten too much but I'm sure most of you can guess what this is. This is Madeline Tosh. Madeline Tosh, I think this is sport weight. It is DK in the Shire colorway, and I was hoping to get this done by Christmas. I had to put it on hold for a little while. This is going to be going on and on. I don't like seed stitch necessarily for this project. It feels heavy, but I think if I use stockinette, it will curl, and I don't know how to go about making it so it won't curl without just having to block it every time he wants to wear it. So I'm hoping that this won't be too heavy for him. If it is, I will look into other options for stockinette versions and make him another one. I'm using US 3s and the ChiaoGoo red lace interchangeable needles, and this is in my Kiki Boo puzzle pieces bag. So that's that.
Okay, then, what's off your needles?
I don't have anything this week. I was too busy to do anything this week, so.
I do have, things this week.
Mine.
He got worked on. Oh, look at the way he,
Mine.
hold on.
Mine.
This is Hans.
Christoph.
Yes, Mom has decided that his name is actually Kristoff because we were talking about Frozen, where, Kristoff is telling, Olaf. That they needed to go get Anna to kiss Hans. And Olaf's like, yes, let's all go kiss Hans. Who is this Hans?
And Hans is a jerk.
So Mom's like, well, I can't name him Hans. So,
and he's got the same color hair as Christoph.
Kristoff's hair color is
Yes,
his color.
so.
Mom's renamed him Kristoff, and since it's her owl, his name is Kristoff. I was working on this the first day of the craft fair, and I pieced it together within the first couple hours. I think it was probably within the first hour I had it all done. I put him down a couple times when people came to talk. And he just sat in the back with Dad's painting of Mother Teresa and said he wouldn't get sold by accident.
Yeah. The table that was not to be sold.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he turned out quite well. Hey!
Mine.
He does belong to Mom. He was made for Mom.
And this is Lady Furnicle Yarns.
Yeah.
In the owl colorway. This was the one, if you have watched a while, and if you've been watching lately, you've heard this about 3 or 4 times. When I first did the yarn, it's a bulky weight single ply, and I thought it felted because it was clumped together, but it was very easy to unclump because it wasn't felted, it was just stuck.
Yeah.
So
As single ply will do.
yeah, so I enjoyed this, and my little owl.
Her owl corner. Maybe.
Come on, Bastion. Bastion. There, take care. My birds.
Poor,
Thank you very much. Did he fall down?
This one's kind of hidden.
Oh,
Here, let's
hope.
reposition the
Put
owls.
PETA up.
PETA up. And then there. Is that better? Is everyone getting seen?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Owl
That's-
corner.
You've heard of Winnie the Pooh corner. This is Owl corner. Yes. What was it Maureen said it was? Like the owlery in Harry Potter. I don't know anything about Harry Potter because I'm a heathen and I didn't read it. But so okay, but that's my owl corner.
And I have one other finished object.
Ooh.
This came on and off the needles without you guys seeing it the last episode because it wasn't on the needles last episode. This is Dan's Fault Coworker Christmas Hat. Yes, very long name.
And that Dan would be Obi-Wan Knitter.
Yes. My work is doing a Secret Santa kind of swap thing. We're still trying to figure out when our Christmas party is. Charlene arranges all that stuff.
Of course she does. Charlene's wonderful. She's very social.
Yes, she is.
She's a sweetheart.
And the person I got has had a lot of things going on this year. I don't want to go too much into it, but I just kind of felt I really wanted to make her something because I felt she needed a woolly hug. So, because it's hard to know what to make a non-knitter, I've only made 3 coworkers things ever. I made one coworker who wears ear flap hats with the animals and stuff on. I made her a panda
Oh, I remember, yeah.
ear flap
that was
hat.
great. You said her kids loved it.
Yes, her kids love it, and every once in a while I'll still see her wearing it. And then I made another coworker a Starry Night shawl out of Starry Night's yarn because she has her shoes at work have Starry Night on it, and as does her badge.
Her lanyard.
Her lanyard. So, this will be the 3rd coworker hat, or coworker thing. It's a hat. And this is the bank head.
Wait. Just has something stuck on it.
Okay, this is the bank head by Susie Gorley. The first time I made the bank head, this was quite a fun pattern. This is the one with the new decreases that Dan's been talking about.
I'm going to have to try that one.
The new pattern has baby size through, I think it's large male.
And that's worsted weight?
It is worsted weight. So I have a feeling this might be a go-to pattern even for baby hats for me.
Well, I'll give you another one because you like the 7th one.
Yes, I do.
So that'll give you another one.
This is a little bit less brain power than the 7th.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
I love this set.
And I'm using Matte Tosh in the base Tosh Vintage, and the colorway is Arctic.
That's so pretty.
My coworker is a dark redhead, so this color is going to look gorgeous on her. And everyone can use a winter hat, even if they don't appreciate hand-knit items. I think this coworker will appreciate it, but this is going to look gorgeous on her.
That's beautiful. And it seems to have a little bit of black through it, or dark blue or something. It's beautiful.
The sheen is...
Madeline Tosh is fantastic for their dye job.
Oh my gosh. I'm so in love with this hat. And I can't wait to see it on her, because I know she will look gorgeous in it. So, this was a whim that I started on... I think I actually might have started on Monday. No, I started it Wednesday, I think.
Yes, it was. You didn't have very much time on it.
No, I got it done really quickly.
Yeah.
But it's an easy project. It's a free pattern, even with all the sizes. Which is
Susie
impressive.
Gorley writes a really good pattern.
Honestly,
This hat.
she could charge for this, and I wouldn't have blinked it.
Yep. I need to pick it up before she decides to do that because I have her regular, her first one.
And I know it sounds crazy to say that to where a designer could possibly hear it, but honestly, as much work as she's put into doing all the sizes,
Is the Speargrass paid for as well?
I don't know.
She's very talented.
But this is a very nice hat pattern.
Usually I watch Dan and see what hats he does to see what hats I want to do. Which is like...
He's slightly more adventurous than you are, though. He's got the cables now.
Why do cables? I've got cables in my mitts.
But not the lace. I don't think you've done much in the way of lace.
I have.
Have you?
I mean, it's not been complicated lace, but I've done
Okay.
yarn overs and stuff. I've never really been afraid of yarn overs.
Okay.
But not complicated. I like charts.
Yeah. I love charts.
I'm with Kay there. I don't like charts.
I love charts.
Although,
Charts
for knitting, it might be better.
charts are awesome.
But charts for crochet are like...
Oh, crochet charts are horrible.
Okay. Let's see here. Royalties.
Yes.
Have you any? 3 bags?
I
3 bags
do.
full?
Let's go over the one
how
from
many
the
do you
craft
have?
fair.
Oh, craft fair. Okay.
Because I have... The rest is mostly mail. Well, first let me do what came before the craft fair.
Okay.
This is why what I ordered for Silver Shed to send the Silver Shed
Oh, right.
donation. I just wanted a Notions pouch. I already have one of her Notions pouches to keep my crochet stitch markers in. I wanted a place where all my knitted ones could be in, where I could find them.
That's a good
easily.
idea. I'm going to have to get a couple for that because I can never find my stitch markers.
Yeah, and it's then if I go somewhere and I think I'll need stitch markers, I just bring the whole bag and stick it in my knitting bag.
I'm going to have to get a couple of those because that's a good size for that.
It is.
Because my knitting ones especially, I'm putting like until I need them, and they're like in different boxes
Yep.
and I can never find them.
So, yes, this is what I do with all my stitch markers. Instead of spreading them out among bags, I try to consolidate them in a crocheting one and a knitting one.
Okay.
And then the one from the craft fair.
Yeah. Well, I got some undyed yarn to do some dyeing. It's over there. Okay, so craft fair.
Yes. So there was a table there, and everyone there goes to our parish. And I believe, I'm not sure, is May Queen Quilts online? I think that's the Etsy shop. Well, there's two different Etsy shops on here.
Right.
Idle Hand Creation and May Queen Quilts. I don't know which one made
These.
these. Because there were two ladies at the booth.
Right.
They had little notion pouch type things. So, I went back to get my money after while talking to people at our booth, because when I had gone to talk to them, a bunch of people came to our booth, so I had to
Right.
come back to our booth. So the one I was looking for wasn't there anymore, but there was this one.
I almost picked that one up. I think it's so cute.
So it's a lot of fun.
It's almost a pencil case size.
It is almost. And it's, quilted, so it's good quality.
What's the inside?
It's
Ladybugs.
ladybugs.
Aw,
I actually hadn't seen the inside.
cute.
So that'll be a notions pouch. And then
And these.
the ones that I wanted to pick up, I didn't realize the mom had picked up for us. So
And these
perfect notions pouch size.
red polka dots on the inside. Mine has a black zipper and hers has a white one.
Yes,
So.
very cool.
And then came home from church today, and
Actually, before that,
oh, okay.
this came while Grandma and Grandpa were here.
Oh, okay.
Someone on Instagram was trying to just get rid of some mini skeins, and I think it was Bella Socks tagged me. And the lady's name was Knit Quilt Stitch, and she's just asking people what they wanted of these mini skeins. A couple people wanted one skein or the other. I was like, well, I like these skeins. I felt kind of greedy because I mentioned like 5 skeins, but no one else was claiming them, so she wanted to get rid of them. She sent them all to me,
All the skeins?
all the skeins that I requested.
Oh, okay.
No, she didn't send the ones that other people requested for me. That'd be rude. Yeah, I cut everyone else out. Oh, I ate it already. It's coffee candy. You wouldn't have liked it. But I loved it.
I do love Werther's Originals, but not coffee.
Oh, it was all the best of everything. I love Werther's Originals. Plus, I love coffee. Flavored
You like
candies.
coffee caramel.
I don't like actual coffee that much, but I love coffee flavored candy and ice cream. I love chocolate covered coffee beans. It's really weird. I think because in order to enjoy coffee, I have to pour a bunch of milk and sugar into it.
I can't even enjoy it doing that. That's why I drink tea.
But she also sent Tazo chai, vanilla caramel, and enticing chai. But the mini skeins, here's one of them.
Very pretty.
Just gonna toss these into the blanket bag while I'm at it. And then this one. Actually, I think she said 2 of this one.
That's familiar.
It is familiar. I can't figure out why.
It looks like one of the turtle things.
It does, but I don't think it's one of ours.
No, I don't know.
I feel like it
It
might have
just
been
reminds
something
me of it.
Laura.
Well, see, look, up there, it reminds me of that. See, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows up, 3 rows down, sort of in the center.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah, but it's not quite the
But
same.
it's not quite the same.
No,
It's just close.
thicker.
It's very close. Yeah. Very nice.
Then this one and this one. This one was my favorite. I might have to make a couples.
Ooh, pretty.
Isn't that fun?
Very
And
pretty.
talk about good use of white.
Yep.
So, I'm going to take the tea bags out. There we go.
Is that all of them?
That's all of them.
Okay. I haven't even opened this yet because I got home from my visit with Jesus and Ty said, oh yeah, you got a package from Heidi, Undead Yarn. I'm like, why? Did I buy something? I did. I don't.
She just had amnesia.
I did.
She wasn't just sleep
Because
on.
Heidi had a coupon sale and I nearly cleared her out of her stock of bulky.
I had a scare like that one time where I got a package from either Nitpicks or Craftsy, and I was like, did I order something?
Yeah.
And it was just, they sent me a free package.
Yeah.
It must have been Craftsy.
I had that
and
once
I
before,
freaked
yeah.
because I thought I bought something.
She sent me a bright green
A bright-
pencil.
She sent you, right?
That's bright, Heidi. Love it. Adina will like that. And she sent me some organic
Golden
peach
peach.
tea. That sounds good. Ooh, she was right about this. This is soft.
I know.
This is
I
bulky.
wanted if you had Heidi enough of this yarn to make that shawl you were wearing.
That's what I want it for.
That's what I wanted it for.
Yep.
But you didn't have enough, and when I looked, you didn't have these mini skeins. Otherwise, I would have stolen before she
They're
did.
not mini skeins.
Not mini skeins. You didn't have these two.
Yeah, I was
undyed
looking to
skeins.
see if you had more than one of these because I wanted like 2 more of these.
Yeah, because this,
And then
I totally want that shawl that you're wearing.
Yeah, I
you
do
made
too.
out of this.
I do
so
too.
if you, where did you get that base? Because
This-
I love it.
this is
Because you were talking about
Hexabase.
how soft it was, and I want that
she
shawl.
wants me to dye this for her.
But it's not enough for that shawl, is it?
No. But
Do you hear the whimpering?
she needs to make more. She needs to PM me where she got this or get some more and I'll buy it from her. So
Because
got-
Heidi, you made me want that shawl.
she had 4 bulky skeins, I think it was, and I bought 3 of them.
I rarely watch a podcast and go and look up the pattern. After you talked about that shawl, I went actually a couple days later and looked up that pattern.
I actually had it in my queue already.
Yeah, I added it to my queue. It's like up at the
It's
top.
a pattern by Laura Linneman, Lala from the Knit Girls. It's her simple shawl, I think
It
it's called.
looks really
It's really
nice. And
cute.
Heidi was talking about how soft the yarn was.
This is soft.
And then she only provides 2 skeins.
2. And she needs like
Not
4.
enough to make it.
She needs 4.
I'm pouting at you in case you couldn't tell.
I thought maybe I
Heidi.
could put together, but
No,
for
it needs
something-
to be the same.
Well, no, I'm talking about for that shawl, but you know, I could put this together for something else if I wanted to. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this. This will match my socks.
Yeah, Heidi, if you had enough of even if you had enough of the Hexam Beast made shawl, I would have stolen all of it.
I don't think
Yarn
the
dyed or
I don't
no?
think the hexam beast.
I would have stolen it.
But it would.
I would have made it work.
No, stripes wouldn't look right in that. But
I wanted
Heidi,
that yarn in that shawl.
Any doubts about your bulky weight yarn? You know, chances are we might pick it up now and then.
Because I want that shawl.
Well,
I actually want it in the white, but I will take it in any one of Heidi's
I
colors.
thought you
just
wanted
not-
it in blue.
I will take it in the blue too. I will take it. It would be pretty in your Forever Blue
Blue
jeans.
jeans, yeah.
But you don't have enough skeins to make me that.
Well, yeah, I might get some later. Yeah. Your birthday's coming up.
But you don't have her base. It's all about the
Does it have
base.
to be her
about
base?
the base.
About
No
the base.
tenor. It's all about the base.
Okay, so that's our royalties. Let's see.
Oh, I have more.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, the needles I needed to get my Dad's socks off those twisty chai-goos
Right.
came in. And I'm glad I tried them, because now I know
Did
that...
you order those from Grandma?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the same place I ordered the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's not Grandma knit and crochet. It's not her fault. It's just I
No,
wanted
it's
to...
a
I
type.
knew I ordered that.
It's a type of needle. It's a type of needle, and you just have to make sure that you order the right one. Because she's
And I'm even meant to order that kind. I just wanted to try it out.
Yeah,
and
she-
I've tried it out, and I don't like them.
she's amazing. She has wonderful customer service. She had a sale going on. I don't know if she still has it going on or not, but she had a sale going on for Cyber.
I actually took advantage of the sale for these needles, I
Yeah.
think. Or a sale, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, did I? It might have been the other ones I took advantage of. Because I ordered several of these. Because I wanted to make sure I had enough that if I wanted to knit a couple of us 2 at a time, socks at a time, I'd have enough needles.
Right.
So, stick this back up here.
And that's all I use anymore, except for the few nitpicks that I have. I generally use the Chiaogu red lace.
And I also like the 47-inch for the
Yeah, I do
socks.
too. I do too.
So.
I like that for the saw projects.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
a, That's a
guys.
good length for things. Okay.
And then finally,
Oh yes.
okay, I was running out of all during Thanksgiving. I basically drank Plum Deluxe because I don't even think I had any non-alcoholic wine.
I don't remember. I didn't. I had a little bit.
I basically had my purple tea, which means I ran out. So I ordered 2 more Plum Deluxes purple tea because this is a good. Even when you're eating hot food, it's a nice black tea, and black
Right.
tea goes with just about everything
Right.
for food.
As long as it's not overly spiced or something.
No, and this one isn't. And this is Kenyan purple tea, malva flowers, safflower. And it's love and gratitude and caffeine.
He remembered to love.
Yes, he did. Oh, there is a song about, it's all about the love. I can't remember the tune.
Oh, just push on.
So 2 things of Plum Deluxe Purple. And Mom's
Right.
like, oh, if you're going to be ordering something, order the hot chocolate mix. There were a few different. There was the traditional one that he had, the mint one, which I almost picked up, and then another one, which I can't. I think it was spiced.
With spice, I didn't want that one. I love vanilla in my hot chocolate. I'm not a big hot chocolate person, but when I have it, I want vanilla in it.
Yeah, and this is actually Mom's. And because I'm actually not a big hot chocolate fan.
I have moods for it.
So this is Mom's, and it's one of Andy's new things providing hot chocolate.
I think it's limited, isn't it?
It probably is. So it's Plum Deluxe, Comfort Cocoa, Hot Chocolate Mix, Traditional, and underneath it says, sometimes the moment just calls for I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty, I'm really congested. Comforting cup of cocoa. And it's all organic, raw cocoa, sugar, vanilla bean, cinnamon, love, and gratitude. So
I'm looking forward to that. I will probably.
this is for Mom.
I will probably have that on Friday. I owe you money. I love this.
Oh, he sent me a little goodie in there. Relaxing Spa Blend Herbal Tea.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much, Andy.
Talia, I will pay you a little bit.
Eh.
Oh, Talia,
Christmas gift.
Davina paid you already.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay. All right. Moving on to other things.
I think that leads us on to, let's see, autobiography.
Okay, autobiography.
Wait, do you have any, no, you didn't dye any yarn.
I don't have any yarn this weekend because I wasn't home all weekend.
Yeah.
And I was cooking all week. So, I have pies and things, but no yarn. I did have to rush through the Etsy shop news last time because
Yeah,
we were running
because
out of time.
I replaced the SD cards. I didn't realize I only had a, 4,
Was it 4 or 8?
no, oh, it might have been 8.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was a small one.
It was a really small SD card. I have a 128 in right now.
Yeah.
So we have more than enough room.
So, I had to rush through my stuff for the Etsy shop, and basically I'm still kind of where I was at before because I haven't had time to do much of anything else since we talked. I do have my business license for my town. I have my fictitious name. I have the zoning is all set up. I've got my federal ID number, but I'm having all kinds of trouble trying to figure out if I'm supposed to register with Front Royal or not, or with Virginia, the state of Virginia, because they're saying that sole proprietor doesn't have to do that. Andy, if you are listening, you are a Virginia person.
She's a person?
She is. I need to talk to you. I'll either PM you, or if you see this before I do, PM me. I'm going to try and get your phone number so I can actually talk to
Mom,
you.
what's your shop? Does she have any soft blanks up?
I think it's Andy Sunitz.
Okay.
Andy Sunitz. But, and
Because I'm kind of addicted to soft blanks right now.
if I'm having trouble knowing, I know I have to do sales tax and stuff like that. I'm totally confused because of the way it's set up. And I'm not sure I'm hitting all the bases. They said I didn't have to register with the state of Virginia because of what being a sole proprietor. I don't understand. So I'm gonna have to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about, because even getting into into someone who is not a machine is hard. But I'm really close to getting the shop set up. I just have to get through this last hurdle. So if you are a Virginia,
Well, it's a problem of getting the government to move at a pace that's faster than
Well-
slow is difficult anyway, and then doing it during Thanksgiving.
but it's not even that. They're not answering my question.
Exactly.
They're not.
It's the red tape, and
I need to know. They're not answering my questions. Okay, I have to do a sales tax. How do I do that? What do you mean I have to tax differently for different states? How am I supposed to know that? So
I think that you determined though that as long as you are located.
that's not what she said.
Are you serious?
So Andy, if you see this before I PM you, please drop me a line, because I need to get your phone number because I want to talk to you. We're in the same state, so she has to go through the same rigmarole I do.
Because Laura is like me. She only sells patterns.
Yeah. Oh, I think she does. She sells handspun.
Does she?
Yeah, I think she does.
Is she Maryland?
I think she's Maryland. No, is she Maryland?
I don't know.
I think she's Virginia. I don't
Laura,
know.
where are you?
Laura.
not
Laura Smoot.
Yeah, Laura Smoot, not
We know where Laura Concert is.
Yeah.
But Heidi, also, if you have any tips about that, the packaging and all that, I'm looking at that and I'm like, they want me to weigh it before I send it out, before I even sell it? How am I supposed to do that? So I have questions. So Heidi and Andy, you are my immediate go-tos.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Firefly when Mal's talking to River. He's like, "Suddenly you're the ship. I know you have questions, Captain. That'd be why I'm asking that." His delivery for that is so much better than mine. That's what I'm thinking of.
But
Sorry.
anyway, anyone who knows anything about that input would be very much appreciated. I'm still going through all the channels to figure things out because I don't want to start the shop and figure out that, oh, I'm missing something.
Yeah.
So, okay. But I'm very excited about this. And I did sell some yarn at the Christmas fair.
Oh, and really quickly, to the person who won the T-shirt.
Yes.
Please make for the cardiac read-along.
No.
Was it the cardiac read-along or was it the twill?
The person who won,
Not twill, wow.
It was either the tortoise versus the hare
Or the cardiac
or the
read-along.
cardiac read-along. Whoever it was who won, I think it was the tortoise versus the hare.
Okay. Contact
Laura
because she is supposed to be the one. She's the one who offered that prize.
And you might want to check your email box, your PM, because I think I sent you a message, but I'm not sure.
So, we aren't just forgetting about you.
No, we
It's
want you
just
to have the
that, it's not our prize to give. Laura was the one who offered it. I will get it out to you as soon as Laura purchases it.
'Cause she's been on vacation.
Yes, she has.
So, just contact her because she can't do anything without your information. So, I think I sent you a message. If I didn't, I meant to, and I apologize. And just get a hold of Laura. Tell her that you won the T-shirt, which one you want, and what size, and she will get it to you.
I think there's a specific. Oh yeah, because it's a tortoise or a hare.
Yeah,
You want a hare?
No, she won a tortoise.
You want a hare?
Tortoise. Tortoise power. Turtle power.
Hair
Anyway.
power?
Long, beautiful hair.
Shining, gleaming, streaming, flaxen, waxen. Give me it down to there. Hair. Show the length of longer hair. Here,
Okay. Anyway. All right, what was I saying before we went off?
I don't know. I
that?
stopped listening.
I'm tired now.
You're talking yes.
We were watching Open Season? Was that
No, that was something about turkeys.
Freebird. About freeing the turkeys for Thanksgiving. And the little girl would be really excited about something, and she'd be, blah, 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 blah. I'm tired now.
You were talking about your yarn and sales.
We did do some sales. It wasn't a venue for this kind of stuff.
No.
We did make some sales.
And I know it sounds weird saying a craft fair is not a venue, but it wasn't a fiber fair.
Right.
Fiber festival. It was a craft fair.
It was a Christmas craft fair.
So, not everyone there was a yarny type person.
Right. But I did...
Or a serious yarny type person.
We did get a couple toys sold, and I did sell a few, 2 or 3 skeins of yarn, so that was good.
And you guys know Picasso, the freakily bright owl that I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't even show this guy. No one's going to want him. He had more interest in him than all the other toys put together.
We bought him, though.
Well, a couple kids were like, let me go ask my mom. Mm-hmm. And then never came back. His mom said no. But there were a couple people who, and they would even come up, I would introduce him as Picasso. After a while, I figured out that people liked knowing the toys' names.
Yeah.
And that worked. I've named all of them anyway.
So Picasso got a lot of...
And then we'd be like, Mom, look at Picasso.
Yeah. And then there was a little kid who wanted Twister.
Yes.
Twister was almost as big as he was.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he kept reaching for Twister. The thing is, if I let him have him, he probably would have walked away with Twister because he would have thought it was a gift because
Yes.
he was like 3.
Yeah.
If that.
So we took the majority of the toys back, but they'll just go to pediatrics.
Yeah. One was bought by someone who was going to get for a baby shower. The other one, I took a great discount at because as a little girl, she probably wasn't older than 6,
Yeah.
and she really, really, really wanted the Robin,
Yeah.
and she wanted to know how much it was.
And she gave everything.
She gave every amount of money she had. Now, you know, the 6-year-old probably it wasn't that much,
Right.
but for her, that was all of her money.
And she was so excited about it.
So she was very happy.
And then Davina did some sales. There's a talk about people who.
Yes.
This little girl had to be about 3 or 4, 3 maybe 4, probably 4.
Yeah.
And she was really excited about the necklace and bracelet set. And we took $1.
That was
$1.
everything she had.
Everything she had, $1, and she was bouncing around and
Showing it off.
oh, she was so happy. So whatever it was that Davina could have made, we made up for it because it was just worth it. She was so excited about getting.
But then there was this other thing that happened.
Yeah, it wasn't Davina's making of the jewelry that was at fault. It was the bead. It had one of those filigree.
Pendant.
It was a pendant. Had a little filigree
Metal.
glued onto it, a little metal filigree, and that came off. And she had been crying all during church.
Yeah, because she had worn it to church.
Yeah, and so we could tell she'd been crying. She was all puffy and
And
red.
red.
Because the father brought it back, and he said, "Well, we'll trade it. We'll give." And he wanted, no, I'll buy another one. I said, "No, you keep them both," because the necklace was fine.
Yeah.
So she kept both sets.
And he did pay.
He did pay some more for it.
Because I think he would have felt bad not paying something.
Yeah, and so probably end up paying about what they would have for one.
Yeah, and she was going on and on about how she had 2 necklaces,
Two
and
necklaces,
bracelets.
2 bracelets, and just really just over the moon. She was so excited about it.
I've never seen someone so happy to pick up jewelry.
She was so cute.
That was like the moment of
Yeah.
the craft fair. Is that little girl bouncing around with Davina's jewelry.
Yeah. So for a while there, we were wondering if people looked, but they just looked and they moved on. But sales always start off a little slow anyway. They like to make their circuit and then they come back. And
I had a lot of people who just took a card, people who want to learn to crochet, and they said they'd go to the website later.
right.
We'll see.
And I did sell a hat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had several people who wanted to learn how to design.
Right.
And wanted to know the process.
I had somebody ask me to explain how I dye my yarn. That was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That group of teenage, preteen girls was really sweet. They hung on to everything. They want to know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, they were very interested. And a couple of them had their own booths for different things. The one little girl did beads, which
Yeah.
I picked up some for Davina.
Yeah, she baked her.
She did her baked beans. Baked
Baked
beans.
beans.
Yeah, Davina would not appreciate baked beans. And then the other girl did ribbons, like
Yeah.
bows, hair bows. And
I almost picked up something, but I wasn't sure if
I
I
didn't
wear
think
it.
she would wear it, so I didn't want to buy it and have it just sit there. She did say that they can go on bags and things.
Yeah.
She had like clip bags, but it was fun. We had a good time. It was they had an auction for a parishioner who is ill with cancer, and they were trying to raise money for her, and they had outright sales. They had things that were bid on, and then what was left was going to go to a silent auction, I think in January or April or something like that, because some of the things were pretty high priced. So
They had a quilt that was.
but that wasn't for the
That
celebrated.
wasn't for the no.
by the
but-
Quilters Guild.
Yeah, by the Quilters Guild. It was hanging on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would if I hadn't been so tired, I probably would have put in 5 chances for it because it was really nice. But I just didn't want to write my name 5 times.
I didn't even want to write it once, so I didn't buy any tickets for it.
I really hope they get a good price for it. I'd love to win it,
It's
but
beautiful.
honestly,
I don't know if it's a queen size or a double. It's a beautiful,
beautiful.
all blues, my colors, all
Yeah.
blues.
She had someone who was really interested in how the quilting went, and it was ended up talking to them.
Right. Well, there's a good selection of crafts.
Yeah, there was.
We had some wood
Several
carvers.
crocheters.
There were several crocheter, knitter, actually a couple of loom knitters.
Yeah, a couple of loom knitters. More loom knitters than I would have ever expected.
Yeah, actually, I think we were the only ones who were knitting. There were more
Yeah.
crocheters this time around, which was, I think, because a lot of them were younger.
Well, I think also, I don't know. knitting itself doesn't seem, you're right, to be as common in the
Well,
younger people in our area.
Well, I think what's happening is, and someone hit it on the nail on the head, I've noticed this, is that crocheting is on the upswing right now.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the kids go to Chelsea Academy.
Yeah.
And I think the kids at Chelsea do more crochet.
But for whatever reason, when we started out in the community, there wasn't anything hardly for crocheting that was, there were no podcasts. There were very few groups, unless you were with Stacy Trock or Anastasia Knits or whatever. You had very few crocheters, and as time went on, now you see a lot more people who do both or who do just crochet. And so it's nice to see both crafts, because people I remember crocheting just being more of a craft type thing.
Yeah.
If you didn't like granny squares and stuff, then you weren't going to like crochet. And now it's come that much further. There's nothing wrong with granny squares.
No.
It's just it's not everybody's cup of tea. So
I'm out of tea.
I am too. Okay, so I guess we should push on. Are we going to be podcasting on Monday again?
We should be.
Okay.
I do have a little bit more in autobiography.
Okay.
I did read a little bit of Hans Holbein. Not a whole lot. I think I probably read a few pages. Sleep deprivation is not good for reading either.
Right.
And also, one of the things that a coworker and I have been doing is when we are charting on a low level, we've been having some Christmas music going, and she introduced me that way to. Well, I was already familiar with Pentatonics, which is an a cappella rock group. And I had seen the other group that she introduced me to for one song. And for some reason Okay, we're back.
Sorry about that.
It knocked itself out. I think the video was as long as it could be for one recording at a time.
Right.
Which just means I can splice this on the end. It won't be a problem.
Okay.
We were talking about Home Free.
Excellent.
Excellent. It's a cappella country group. They were singing, my coworker introduced me to them. They were singing with Kenny Rogers, who I grew up listening to, because you love.
I like him, yeah. Dad doesn't care for him.
But Mom liked him, and my sister and I grew up listening to him. So they did, what was the song? Something about, blast, why can't I remember the song?
I don't remember either.
It was,
Because I've got Elvira and, what was the other one?
well, they did, the Little Drummer Boy, they did...
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, you did, I showed that one to you. That was the one in the...
oh, right, yeah.
But Elvira that they did with the...
Oak Ridge Boys.
Oak Ridge Boys.
That was-
I had
that
never
was-
heard of the Oak
that
Ridge
was
Boys.
awesome.
That was a lot
That
of
was
fun.
awesome. Yeah.
But they did a Christmas song with Kenny Rogers, and you need to check it out. It's really nice. But they just have a lot of fun with it, and they're really good.
Oh, is that the one where they did one day to...
Yeah.
to,
It becomes a countdown.
Yeah.
You start with one baby, and
Yeah.
then you end up with
A mother.
2 for Paul and Silas.
Right.
I just can't think of the tune right now.
Right, I can't either, but now I know what it is.
But they're very good if you've never listened to them. They do have, I think it's 4 CDs plus a few singles. And some of the videos on YouTube are not available to be sold on by CD yet. I'm hoping they'll release them.
They're amazing. They're really personable, and they're sweet. They have one that they did for Mother's Day that'll make you cry.
Yes, she did cry. It was so cute. So, yes, check them out if you haven't. And then, final note from me, and I know that Brian feels the same way I do.
Brian?
Camper Brian.
Universe.
Universe. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way I do. Man, we are going into the 4-episode crossover with Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. Tonight's the first night, Monday. I'm so psyched. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. Because I really like Flash. I like Arrow when he's
With Flash.
Flash. I really enjoyed the first season of Legends Tomorrow, but they killed Captain Cold and I haven't been back.
Yeah, especially if they're going to do what you said they're going to
Yeah.
do. That stinks.
And I've been enjoying Supergirl. I actually picked up her season, her first and second season. I'm starting to watch through them because I met her character. Well, I've been familiar with her in the comics, but I've met her character in the TV show with the crossover with the Flash.
Right.
So
She and Flash are cute
oh,
together.
they both have the same feeling of just being excitable kids.
Hug.
Yeah, they're both huggy. They're both sweet, and I think that's why I like her series.
And cocky.
And a little bit cocky, yeah.
She's like,
Well, she has all this power. She's gonna be a little bit cocky. And I think some of that comes with being young and having the powers.
invincible.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I really look forward to seeing all the characters together. I would have been happy even with just a Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl mix, because he kind of is the balancing.
Right.
Who
he?
Ollie.
Ollie is the balance.
Well, balancing insofar as you've got the two exuberant kids.
Right.
And the cover for from the TV guide has him in the middle, and he has Supergirl and Flash in like this neck hug.
Yeah. But he doesn't hug.
He doesn't hug, no.
No, he doesn't hug. But Flash can do it, and he won't even know
Well,
it.
same with Supergirl.
Yeah.
She's just as fast. Well, almost as fast.
Yeah.
So
he's like,
he's kind of stuck.
you got to see the videos. They're
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I haven't seen the shows, but I've seen a lot of the videos. So.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing this 4-way crossover, and I'm looking forward to actually getting deeper into the Supergirl series. I'm starting from the beginning.
My husband's going to pick up Flash for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm happy about that.
And I think Supergirl's gonna be fun too. They changed Jimmy Olsen, but I'm okay with that.
Right. Well,
Jimmy Olsen is traditionally a redhead. The guy they got for him is a nice looking guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, you'll have to see him. He's a tall guy too, which is not what I usually think of for Jimmy Olsen.
No, Jimmy's always like a little
redheaded shrimp.
Yeah.
But the guy they have for Jimmy is a really nice looking guy.
Be nice.
But he goes by James. Only the big guy and his mother call him Jimmy.
The big guy?
The Superman.
Oh, Superman. Okay.
The big guy.
The big guy. The big guy.
Until the second season, I guess Superman isn't a reoccurring character. Because they want to focus more on Supergirl.
Right.
And maybe they're trying to figure out who they want for Superman. I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard to pick. You have to pick the right people for Superman and Batman and some of these people. You have to.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, totally thinking about
Geeked
you.
out enough.
Okay.
But I'm curious when you all start your Christmas music. You probably already have. When you guys put up your Christmas decorations. We don't do it for a little while yet.
Well, we've already been listening to Christmas music at work. We have a couple girls at work.
Well, I mean,
yeah, at home.
at home. You know,
I have a couple coworkers who hate Christmas music.
oh, gee. I don't hate Christmas music.
Yeah,
but-
they actually like, if we have it playing, they'll be making faces.
Oh, funny. Oh, that's awful. I prefer instrumental Christmas music most of the time, so it can be in the background, like Christmas chant and things like that. But we try to have Advent music first and then Christmas music. It's a little harder to do that way, but we try. And we don't usually put the tree up till like, what, the third week of...
I don't know, I haven't been able to take part in putting the tree up lately because my schedule's always so messed up around Christmas.
I have a real problem with all the commercialization of Christmas. So to me, it's such a deeply religious holiday that it bothers me to lose all that religious context with all the
Hoopla?
yeah. The hoopla has its place, just not before Thanksgiving's even over or Halloween or whatever.
What's fun is my coworker I worked with our schedules just happen to be exactly the same for Thanksgiving. So we worked together all 3 nights. So we listened to Christmas music and because she's about a year or two younger than I am. So a lot of the music that I'm familiar with, she grew up with as well. So we had Mariah Carey's Christmas album. We both liked Pentatonix's Christmas stuff. She introduced me to Home Freeze. But a lot of the Christmas music she had pop up, I was like, yeah, I grew up with that. I know that. So it's very nostalgic.
Well, so we also grew up with, or they did, AFN, which is the Armed Forces Network overseas. Their top 40 Christmas hits. We used to have tape forever, so it was all a mixture of all these rock, pop, Christmas things.
The very special Christmas albums.
And I like Harry Connick Jr.'s Christmas album. His Christmas album.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is my husband coming home, so we need to close this down. We'd love to know some of your Christmas traditions, some of your Advent traditions. What do you like to do? When do you start doing it? But in the meantime, we will see you next week here in the PHN Food and Woman Cave. We wish you a blessed, wonderful week full of every good thing, knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And this is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 235, and that's a wrap.